Withholding tax obligation differences in Thailand. Understanding the key differences between sales/purchase agreements and hire of work agreements in Thailand is important to properly apply withholding tax rules. Properly categorizing payments helps avoid unnecessary tax burdens. A sales and purchase agreement governs the sale of goods between a seller and buyer. Section 453 of Thailand's Civil and Commercial Code defines it as a contract where the seller transfers ownership of property to the buyer in exchange for an agreed payment price. A hire of work agreement focuses on compensating the contractor for materials and labor to complete a project to the employer's specifications. Under Thai tax law, payments made under a sales and purchase agreement for goods are not subject to withholding tax. However, payments made under a hire of work contract require a 3% income tax to be withheld. Misclassifying a hire of work arrangement as a sale of goods would incorrectly treat the payments as tax-exempt. It avoids proper withholding tax and deprives Thailand of tax revenue. Conversely, miscategorizing a sale of goods as a hire of work obligates unnecessary withholding of 3% tax. This imposes an unfair tax burden on the seller. As a taxpayer, proper classification is vital to fulfill tax obligations accurately and avoid incorrect tax assessments or penalties. The following are other implications of incorrectly classifying transactions. Beyond tax assessments, violations due to incorrect classifications may trigger financial penalties and surcharges. Tax violations and disputes due to misclassification negatively impact corporate reputation. It erodes trust in financial reporting and governance standards. Once identified, incorrect tax treatment will lead authorities to increase scrutiny of the taxpayer, resulting in more tax audits, documentation requests, and verification procedures. The tax dispute and recovery process is disruptive to normal business operations. The expenses of defending tax assessments and negotiations with authorities can be financially draining. If required withholding tax is not made under misclassified hire of work contracts, the payer loses the ability to claim this as a deductible expense. Taxpayers should invest in training and seek expert advice when unsure. Taking a conservative approach that favors withholding tax on borderline cases mitigates risks. You can better understand how to distinguish between these agreements when given practical examples and real-life scenarios. Sales and purchase agreement scenarios. A retailer purchasing finished garments from a clothing manufacturer for resale. A supermarket chain procuring packaged food items from various food producers to stock their shelves. In these examples, standardized finished goods are routinely sold by producers to buyers in typical sales transactions. The focus is on acquiring merchandise, not custom production. Hire of work agreement scenarios. A restaurant contracts a catering service to provide catered meals for a special event. A shop owner hires a contractor to design and build customized shelving and cabinets. The emphasis here is on specialized skills and labor to accomplish a particular project or service according to the buyer's requirements. Expert support provides assurance that agreements are structured appropriately and tax obligations are fulfilled accurately. Leveraging specialists for rigorous classification analysis is a prudent investment. You may contact Reliance Consulting for more information.